This is about a mom who didn't give up. To feed her two kids, she drove a cab day and night. Everything changed in an instant one cold night. Let the story begin. Hey, my name is Laura. I'm 35 years old. Chicago, Illinois is where I live. I have two beautiful children. The names of them are Emily and Lucy. They make up my whole life. I get up for them, I work for them, I take a breath for them. My children are the most important things in my life. I never had an easy life. My mother died when I was very young. I grew up without her love. Most of the time, I felt alone. After that, I got married. I thought that things would get better in my life. I thought I would have a family. I was wrong, though. My husband left us when my younger daughter was still a baby. He left one morning and didn't come back. He didn't call, he didn't send money, he didn't ask about his kids. It was like we had never been. I was a single mom after that day. No one raised me, no one gave me brothers or sisters, no one was there to help me. I did everything by myself. Our room was very small. Even though the rooms were small, it was our home. I stressed about rent every month. I thought about what would happen every night. I didn't go to college. I did not go to a good school. I looked for work, but no one would hire me. I finally got a job as a car driver. The car did not belong to me. It was my rental every month. I had to give money away before I could make it. I drove all day and sometimes all night. I was tired when I drove. I drove even though it hurt. When my heart was heavy, I drove. Some people on the train were nice, some were rude, some paid really well, and some tried to scam me. But I never stopped working. I worked so I could feed my kids. I worked so they could get clothes. I had to work because rent had to be paid. I sat next to my girls while they slept at night. I stroked their hair. I kissed the tops of their little heads. I told her, I love you. I will never give up, I told myself as I drove my daughter home one cold night. It was dark outside. It rained cold rain. The road was wet. The heater in the car wasn't working. "Mum, I'm cold," Lucy said in a soft voice. I told her, I know, sweetheart, we'll be home soon. The wheel of the car was shaking in my hands. It was quiet on the street. Then all of a sudden, bright lights came our way. There was a loud sound. My body hurt a lot. It all turned black. I saw a white ceiling when I opened my eyes. I could smell drugs. I could hear machines. I was in the hospital. It hurt a lot. It felt like my head was heavy. After that, I thought about the crash. My daughters, I tried to say. Where are my daughters? A nurse walked up to me and grabbed my hand. She spoke slowly. She told him, "Please rest. Your kids are safe. They're here." I had tears running down my face. The door opened soon after. Two little girls came running up to me. "Mom!" they yelled. They gave me a tight hug, and I cried with them. Next, the doctor showed up. His face was alert. He told her, "You broke your leg. You need surgery. You need to take a long break." My heart was full of fear. I was unable to work. I wasn't able to drive. How am I going to pay my rent? What would I feed my kids? Then I thought of the taxi. The borrowed car was broken. The owner asked for $10,000. I had nothing. I put my hand over my face and cried. Something strange happened the next day. Someone put my story on the web. People read about my life. They saw pictures of my kids. Help began coming from kind strangers. There were messages and small gifts from many places. My phone rang one night. A calm man's voice spoke. He said, "I heard your story. I want to help you." I was scared. "What are you?" I asked. He told her, "You'll know soon." After 2 days, many people came to the hospital. They came with flowers. They brought my girls coats to keep them warm. A young man came in. He smiled softly and looked at you with kind eyes. He sat down next to me. "You don't know me," he said, "but I know your story." "Why do you want to help me?" I asked. He gave a small smile. "Because I can." After a few days, all of my hospital bills were paid. I had nothing to pay. I cried with happiness. That wasn't the end, though. They took my girls and I to a new place one afternoon. The house was lovely, with lots of windows and warm rooms. They told me, "This is your new home." I was shocked. My legs were weak. I broke down and cried. They also hugged and cried with me. "Is this true?" I spoke softly. The answer was yes, it's true. After some time, the young man asked me one thing. "What do you want to achieve most?" I wiped my tears away and told her, "I want to open a small grocery store." He laughed. "After that, we'll do it." After a few months, I was in my own store. The shelves were full. There was fresh food everywhere. People smiled at me. I wasn't just a tired car driver anymore. I ran a store. I was strong. I asked the man to dinner one night. My girls helped me cook. Flowers were set on the table by Emily. "This is what Lucy drew. Thank you." My girls gave the man a hug when he got there. With tears in my eyes, I walked forward. He stopped me when I tried to kneel. He told her, "You don't owe me anything. Just be happy." My girls and I prayed for him that night. I wake up in my own home today. I hug and kiss my kids. My store is now open. I smile again. Because one nice person can change a person's whole life. The story shows that staying strong and loving your family can give you hope even when things are hard. People are still kind, and one nice thing they do can make your whole life better. Come on, let's learn a new word. It means being strong when things get tough. Laura is strong because she kept working for her children, for example.